Hello, hello. Welcome to my stream. My name is Sal. Streaming a little bit later tonight, because I felt like it. And this probably won't be a long stream. I looked up again, because before I was like looking up how long Pentiment is in general, and they were like, oh, the third act is a little bit shorter. But then I was actually looking up how long is the third act, and those results were telling me that the third act is longer. So it's like the longest act. So we probably will not finish it tonight. And we'll just dabble away a little bit, I think. It's gonna be the idea at least. So we'll play for like an hour or so. What was going on in our story? Right. Later, she did it quite soon. Oh, that was that. We finished this one. Read it thoroughly. Learn something. Oh, right. We have to read our history. And then... Right, these are the people we could ask about things. So we asked Il Peter. Black Till. Smokey. So his grandfather. I don't know where that's at. Ava. Okay. Good sir. Where does he live? Oh, I guess here's a spot to go to, and there's a spot to go to. Okay. And the Charter Spring. Okay. I guess we'll go up here. Looks like where we need to be. Here? No, that's Otts. We don't want to talk to him. Okay, this is the guy we want to talk to. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment? Of course. What do you need? Ott says you've been obsessed with your painting. Looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Have other interests too. Ott's just jealous that I spend more time with the mural than I do with him. Yeah, we'll say that one. That's fun. Oh. I didn't realize that was important. He is fond of you. Can't blame the boy. Anyway, what is it you wanted to know? I'm looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of my mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields, that is. Seemed like gold pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Granddad's reading came from the Abbey's library, though, and you know what happened there. Poof, up in smoke. Poof. So you don't have any of his old books, or I remember I was there. We don't need to... That doesn't get us anywhere. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell on hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. Anything would help, or don't keep me in suspense. Anything would help. Right, so we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Stuff in green. That's kind of suspicious and weird. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looks to be an old forge, mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved from amber. Were you keeping these things, or where'd you find it? I won't say where'd you find all this stuff. It's not just me. Carl finds things. Fabian too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere. We just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't know. I don't follow. How do you think these people lived? What do you think they were like? Where do you think they all went? Um, hmm, hmm. Let's go with how do you think these people lived? Usually, from an archaeological perspective, well, anytime studying ancient history, typically you're not really going to ask what are the people like because like they're just people. Where do you think they all went? They became modern people. And then how do you think these people lived? That's the question we're typically trying to answer. For some reason, that was important. And that makes me uncomfortable anytime anything is going to be remembered because it's the stuff that you don't expect. Rough, I'd say, but comfortable. We don't find much of their clothes or their houses, so they must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. But their tools are good quality. If they weren't rusted all to hell, I could probably use them today. I don't know why, but I assumed they lived in caves or in the muck. They weren't Christians, no doubt about that, but they weren't animals either. Why do they think they lived in caves? Like, that's so... Don't be like that, Magdalene. I'd say they had it hard, but they got by. Not so different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine? This has been a big help. This pagan history wasn't really what I expected. No, no, no. Whoa. This ends the conversation. This is, like, weird and shows that we're stupid. What? I mean, yeah, they started the salt mine. We already know the salt mine was from the Romans, but we'll go with that anyway. Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. Yeah, okay, right. The Romans aren't the pagans, which is weird to me. Whatever. But, I mean, yeah, it was probably already there, I imagine, to a certain extent. Whatever. That's why Tassing was so important to the Romans in the first place, salt. I'd always wondered why they'd settled in such a small alpine town. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. What there's stuff that could help me with a mural. I'm definitely not thinking of going down there. I think we're gonna lie. I really want to give the answer that's stuff, and I kind of want people to know that we're going. But I feel Magdalene, her character, I think she's gonna do a little bit of a lie. Young lady, I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. I know a lie when I hear one. That mine is hundreds of years old. You could break your neck just getting in there. Orpheus made it back from the underworld, didn't he? I'll be fine. It's worth it for the mural. Ooh, that's a good... We'll go with that one. It's our little specialty for some reason. Maybe so, but he mocked the gods and failed in his quest, Magdalene. Don't take him as an example. I don't think he mocked the gods, but he did fail, sort of. Imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt. Oops. Oh, we made fun of odds? I didn't realize we were making... I thought it was like a little funny little make fun of. Oh. Oh no. I failed. Really bad. Oh no. I didn't realize. Well, that's just our I like trying to play a character, and apparently this game does not like the character I gave Magdalene. I thought I was playing the character they wanted me to play. Getting mixed messages. He doesn't have to know. You won't tell him, right? I'm not lying to your father so you can put yourself in harm's way. Now, you're a clever girl, so I don't doubt you'll find a way in if you set your mind to it. But I can't help you, Magdalene. It'd break your father's heart if something happened to you. It's fine, I understand, or you can't stop me getting down there. We'll say it's fine, I understand. Like, I understand. I was kind of hoping to lie anyway, and then, like, well, like, I don't know. I figured, like, they'd have Otts help us or something. Like, not this guy. Good. Big help. Wasn't really what I expected. Again, don't want to say that. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around. Important for folks to know their past. You think all this pagan stuff will make it into the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over to the Rot House tomorrow, if that'd help at all. That'd be great. What do you mean? I guess I can take a look at it. If it's what we want. I'm glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Granddad. I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They're strict. Worse now than they used to be. I'll be careful. Until tomorrow. Until then. Black Till's stories. Sweet. There we go. Look at that. We got a little more in our journal. Okay, now we gotta talk to Smokey, but I think I'm gonna talk to Otts on the way out, because he was chilling right out here. Hey, you wanna help me get into the mines? Hey, Mags. You got your way with the mural, huh? I didn't expect you to convince the council like that. I can be pretty stubborn when I want to. You think that little of me didn't expect the town to pick a halfway like you for the council, so I guess we're all disappointed. Oh, that's a little too mean. That's a little too mean. I'll say I can be pretty stubborn when I want to. Clearly, I'm impressed. The rest of the council has been arguing over the matter for so long, even I couldn't get a word in. Then you come in and shut them up in a few minutes. We could use more women like you in the town. What do you mean by that? There are plenty of opinionated women in town. Want to let us join the council? Yeah, that's a little pushy. We'll just say, what do you mean by that? Well, you know, you're headstrong and willing to give your opinion and damn what anyone else thinks. We'll take his compliments. Well, yeah, I wouldn't tell you that otherwise. You're, an admirable woman. Anyway, standing up to the council like that was great. I know I'm on the council, but sometimes it doesn't seem like I have any influence. You do, though. What is this? Otts actually seems insecure about his place on the council. He may be an ass sometimes, but I don't like to see him so upset. He's always poking fun of me too. Maybe I should remind him that he's not. No. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. Maybe I should reassure him. You vouched for me to do the mural in the first place. Well, you are the youngest member of the council. The others have so much more experience. Maybe it's a good thing. You waste all your time. No, we'll say the first one. You vouched for me. Only after your dad did. I still feel bad about that. I should have stuck up for you. Yeah, you should have. Being the youngest one on the council has been harder than I thought. I know Baltus and Werner don't think I'm capable, and even Paul has warned me about being too rash. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. Faku Palermo. My dad died trying to make a difference in this town. All I'm trying to do is carry on his legacy, but it seems like the others won't make room for any change. Lots of words to choose from. Keep pushing Otts. They're stuck in the past, but we're looking forward to the future of Tassing. Future, sound like my dad. He always said the council's scared of doing anything important. I don't think anything's going to change for the better in this town, stuck in its ways. I mean, he seems to respect our dad, but I don't know. Like, I kind of want to. We want to encourage him here. We're having a nice heart. So we're gonna say keep pushing. You can do it. That's what I figured. But thank you for following on this account. Thanks, Magdalene. It'll take time, but maybe they'll listen to me eventually. Well, better get back to it. See you later, Mags. Alright. Well, that was a nice little conversation with him. We need to go see Smokey now. I hate these bugs. They're so creepy. Okay. This is not the way to the forest. Can we even get to the forest from this direction? No. Okay. My bad. I guess we have to go through. I always feel like the forest is to the south, but I guess it's not. Like, you can even look on the map and see how it's not. I guess it is here, but... Oh, hey, Phobos. Welcome, welcome. Oh, right. Oh, I haven't seen this guy back in a while. We'll talk to him since we haven't, and since we were Andreas. Hello, is there something I can do for you? Knives need sharpening? I'm Magdalene Druckerin. Are you a friend of Smokey's? I'm sure. Is there? I'm Magdalene Druckerin. I live in town. I will say, are you a friend of Smokey's? I'd like to think so. I'm Voxlov. I'm a tinker. Travel around and help people out with sharpening knives, little things like that. Druckerin, are you a printer's daughter? I am. My father is a printer. I'm the printer. My father and I are both printers. Yes, that one. Do you sample the wares much? That's a weird phrase to use for a printer. As often as I can. Voxlov, don't. You're going to get in trouble again. Trouble from me? Or what's he talking about? We'll see what's he talking about. I don't really understand. Nothing. Ignore him. Nothing. This one can't help but talk to people about all the strange things he believes. He reads all sorts of books, talks to old odd folks, gets ideas brewing in his head. Now that doesn't bother old Smokey none. Bothers some other people a whole lot. Who doesn't bother me any, sounds like their problem, not his. We'll go with that one. Exactly. Sounds like there's nothing to worry about. Fine, you get run out of here again, don't blame me. Again, do I want to know what happened? So, books, strange ideas? Yeah, probably this. It's always the way it is. Yes, the host, the Eucharist, the blood and wine, body and blood of Christ. Holy Communion? What about it? More and more people are writing about rejecting transubstantiation. The idea that the bread and wine of the Eucharist literally becomes the body and blood of Christ. Here we go. Yes? Well, there are two ways to look at it. We're getting some religion talk here. First is on the grounds that Wycliffe and Huss rejected it. Using our eyes and senses, there is nothing perceptible that changes in the character of the bread and the wine. Doesn't mean it hasn't actually changed, though. Most of our senses necessarily encompass all of God's miracles for them to... Must they encompass all of God's miracles for them to be real? Or suppose that's true. I mean, like, it clearly doesn't literally become blood and body if it is literally still bread and wine. Like, literal is literal. So, I'm gonna say, I suppose that's true. Because, like, that's, according to his argument, like, yeah. And also science. Like, metaphorically, perhaps. But literally, like, they don't. So we'll agree on this point here. Good, but there's also a second point. Even if the bread and wine turn to Christ's blood and body, why is that necessary for spiritual communion? Yeah, that's a good point. We are bound by flesh, attempting to reunite with the light of God through the Eucharist. The act, the observance, unites our will with that of Christ. He is present in us through the remembrance, not the physical act. Are you following this, Smokey? Isn't that heresy? So what does that matter? Are you saying we shouldn't take communion? Are you saying we shouldn't take... We'll say, are you following this, Smokey? Feels like the least... Absolutely not. And that's what I'll say if any Inquisitors come around. Are you ready to hear why it's important to believe in transubstantiation? Disbelieve in transubstantiation? Sure, why not? Yes, I'm certain that this is leading somewhere good. No, I'm sorry, but I think I've heard enough. Yeah, we'll say sure, why not? She, like, doesn't seem... I don't really like one of players too committed to either direction. I'll admit, I hope for some more enthusiasm regarding the fate of our souls, but alright. This all starts with Lucifer creating the world. Jesus Christ, say nothing. We'll just say nothing. We're just gonna stare at him. God was the Word, and the Word was truth, and truth is light. The light is God's will. God's light contained aspects, what we consider angels, facets of his infinite intellect. One of these aspects separated itself from his intellect and manifested itself in the dark as the corrupt will Lucifer. We're just gonna stare. Within the darkness, Lucifer cast his false light, a corrupted imitation of the divine intellect to create the world. All material in our world is inherently a corrupted manifestation of that false light. We still have a connection to God through our intellect, but it is flawed by existing in our physical bodies. Where can I just stare at him some more? Flawed by being a man, but you still believe we can be redeemed through Christ, so Genesis is wrong. I don't really want to argue religion. So we'll just say, alright, I've definitely heard that. Alright, that's fair. I don't want to force my beliefs on anyone. Ha. Smokey, I just have a passion for these discussions. Anyway, thank you for indulging me, Magdalene. It was illuminating. Of course, I was just being polite. I'll say it's illuminating. Sure, why not? Until later. Until then. Okay, now let's talk to Smokey. What do we got over here? Horehound is one of the few plants that grows year-round here. That's cool. Good day, Mistress Druckerin. Here's some Mormonism. Imagine should just the introduction to Gnosticism. Yeah, well, I don't know if what he's preaching would be like full Gnosticism, because it had been out of fad for quite a while since, but a branch, I guess, related, probably. I'm not really sure that people, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's super interested. I guess it depends on their background already. I've told you, Smokey. Call me Magdalene. Old habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip? Only ancient gossip. I was wondering if you knew anything about the old pagan and Roman mines. As much as I'm curious, no, I'm looking for a way to get into the salt mines. We'll say the first one. Mines? Isn't this a new interest of yours, Magdalene? I don't see the townsfolk trek out there as much anymore. Last I saw were those two twins making trouble. They know a way in, but I'll be damned if I ever set foot close to that place. What are you so interested in over there? The mural in the rot house needs a section about the earliest days of Tassing. The mines are the oldest part of Tassing, and you keep a keen ear. I thought you might have heard something. I don't know about getting down into the mines, but I do know a fair few stories about them and the other Roman ruins around here. The old stories my father used to tell me when he was the burner of Tassing. The one about Mars and Tassia, the nymph, was always my favorite, though I blame that on my youth. Tassia? Like Tassing? Folk named the town after a pagan god, a Roman one at that. I don't mind telling you the tale, Magdalene, but I warn you, it's a bit bawdy. Count me curious. Well, I need something about the Romans to paint the mural. Probably not body mural. I don't need to hear those parts. I've read plenty of Roman myths. I'm sure none of it will surprise me. That one. Maybe not, but I won't have your father hounding me for coarseness. Folk in this town don't like me anyhow. But I'll tell the decent bits of what I remember. See, everyone excludes me from the fun. We'll say that. You'll have your fun in time, Magdalene. You just wait and see. Alright. So what's the story? Well, legend says that Mars was hunting in these woods and spied a fat boar for the taking. He just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Of course, the creature ran off and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry. So he tramped through the woods to see why a woman was in the forest and not in the local town. Why would a god be hunting in Tassing's forest? But I go in the forest all the time. I think that's a very Magdalene answer. I go into the forest all the time. Yes, but those were the old woods, Magdalene. The wilds where spirits and ghosts prowled. What do you mean, proud? You're just trying to scare me. Ghosts aren't real. Human spirits go to heaven or hell. They don't stay on earth. We'll say, what do you mean proud? We'll play into it. Proud, you know, like spirits and other evil things do. I can't just say they walked through the woods like you or me. They prowled. All right, keep going. So Mars found a nymph, Tassia, bathing in the spring with a fat, ugly satyr goading her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the nymph trapped, or at the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well, Tassia bathed the god. They bathed. I see. Ha, I get it. They bathed. I don't know. I think she's not gonna like you too. We'll just say I see. I did warn you, Magdalene. Okay. It's not that interesting, Smokey, but fine. Maybe we should have played in and, like, you know, made him feel like his story was interesting. When Mars left the pool, he dripped onto the ground and it blossomed with flowers and crops. They say that's why this valley is so fertile. Got around. Was there any nymph he didn't have his way with? That might be tricky to paint on the mural. I'm not sure if the council would approve. Oh my, or did you make that up? I don't know if that's a real legend. I'm gonna say that it is. Oh no, I'm disconnected from chat. No, why is my stream not working? Okay. Better now. Okay. We'll still say this might be tricky to paint on the mural, because that's what I was saying anyway. I doubt they would, but you're the artist, aren't you? You get to choose what the mural shows. I wouldn't let those old bastards keep you from painting what you want. So much of what the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have these tales. You can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind, too. The town is more Roman than Bavarian, really. Well, we are part of the Holy Roman Empire. As everyone always says, it's not holy, nor Roman, nor an empire, so we're not going to say that. She's not going to fall into that trap. Because of how long it was a Roman colony, it's ridiculous for Bavaria, not Roman. I'll write the town's name after Tassia, the nymph. We'll say because of how long it was a Roman colony. That, and how much of the town is built upon the Roman foundations. Tassing is actually much smaller now than it was in the Romans' day. At least that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest and all the way to the old mine. Half of Tassing is built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town and you'll start noticing things. We use their stone to build. The old temple by Satia's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman pavestones under the road if you look hard. We may not be Roman, but this town is. Tassing has been building upon itself for hundreds of years. What a beautiful idea. I never realized how much we relied on the Romans for infrastructure. Old stones aren't much of a legacy. It's all rubble, reused, and forgotten. We'll say the first one. That's the way of things. Most people don't notice the old stones. Too busy in town to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Maybe I should go take a look at the mine. I'd get a better sense of what things were actually like. Nothing will stop you, I see. Well, I won't either. Just keep an eye for any wolves or satyrs you might see down there, eh? I'll let you know if I see any. Thanks for your help. You're still not going to spook me, Smokey. We'll say the first one. We'll play along. Good luck, Magdalene. Be safe. Okay. So what I kind of think she should do is instead of building the mural, like constructing it like part by part, to show the different like sections of Tassing's history, she should have it be all like in one, like a picture of the town where she highlights, like you could like a building might be like maybe like Bavarian at the bottom, or I guess it'd be harder to show, but like Roman at the bottom and like a person who has like, you know, like a Roman toga at the bottom, but then like, you know, like, or even like maybe like Celtic, or not Celtic, blah, blah, like the native pagan, I guess, if that's what they're calling a Bavarian, like, I don't know, like the original people, and then the Romans, like they'll wear like a Roman, like, like plate mail or something type of situation. And then like up above like their head they'll be wearing like a like I don't know, like from the top up it would be like like a monk. They'll have like the bald little head or a nun's habit or something like that, right? And kind of like have a lot of the people be sort of mixed and meshed of and the buildings be kind of mixed up versions of all the different things all like in one picture or like an ancient Roman temple right next to a contemporary building from her day and things like that. That'd be really cool actually. Okay, so what are we doing? Are we asking the twins how to get into the mine? Is that what's happening? Hmm. Oh yeah, we want to read that book. I'm not sure how to read the book though. How do I sit down to read it? This squirrel is really weird looking. I don't like it. What's this? Oh, we're talking about leaves changing colors. Bro, what are you just doing here? Lurking in the woods. Are you prowling? Are you a prowler evil ghost spirit? Oh my god. Hey Magdalene. Hello Apollo, what are you doing? Looking for frogs. Artemis says she saw one the other day and we're trying to collect a bunch. What do you need the frogs for? Like I tell you, you'll snitch. I won't. Yeah, right. Sorry, Mags. I'm not telling. You'll just have to wait and see. Or ask Artemis. Maybe she'll tell you. Fine. I'll go talk to your sister. Good luck. Be careful. You already had to go to confession this year. If you mess with my mural, you'll be sorry. We'll say good luck, I guess. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. I'm feeling nice today. Haha. Thanks, Magdalene. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, something requires them to capture a bunch of frogs. I don't know what they plan to do with them. Okay, interesting. Should I capture a bunch of frogs, too? Where are the frogs? There's a pig. Yes, I was gonna say, where'd the pig come from? What's he doing? A pig out here? It must have broke out of its pen. I wonder who it belongs to. Hey, pig. Whose pig are you? Do you see any frogs? Oh, no. Okay, I feel like I shouldn't go to the mine on my own. I feel like I probably need to talk to Artemis. And then she'll tell me why they need the frogs. I don't know where she is, though. I talk to Artemis, she'll tell me why they need the frogs, and then I'll say, oh, I'll help them look for frogs if they help me get into the salt mine, and then we proceed accordingly. The only ones are the ones doodled in the margins. Like Fabian. Hmm. Is she gonna be outside? Like, I don't want to go into people's houses. I'm too lazy for that. What is their name even? So maybe she's just at her house. Darkness. Where's my objective? I don't even have an objective. Oh. Is to go to. So do I just go to Salt Mine? Maybe she's already there. No, hold on. I do want to follow up a little bit on this. Okay, people is what I'm looking for. Oh, right. They're just the gardeners. I was like, who are they? Now I remember. You know, that's okay. You don't need to like walk me through it. I can play around on my own. Oops. Is that not? Um. Oh, hey, Don. We'll swing around down here, see who all the people are. Oh yeah, someone's missing a pig. Are you guys missing pigs? I'm good. How are you? Big York, are you missing a pig? Ah, Magdalene, how are the hinges on your doors? Excuse me? The door hinges at home, are they in good working order? To be honest, I've never really checked. I'm more worried about taking care of the press than looking at the door hinges. I won't do the second one. Our doors are still open, so I expect they are. Maybe Andrew should take a look at them. I would have asked your father, but, well... Anyway, you wouldn't believe how many people in this town leave their hinges to rust. Is that something the council's worried about? I didn't realize you had such an interest in hinges. Really, or you want an excuse to snoop in people's homes just to invite yourself over for supper? That's rude. We're not... There's one thing to be, like, witty and make witty jabs and comments. There's another to just be rude, so we're not gonna do that. Didn't realize you had such interest in hinges. Is you doing good? Scrolling through Twitch, prepping for bed? Sounds good, sounds good. Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. It's not my interest in particular. Paul would like to institute a yearly check of all homes in Tassing. Seems a bit nosy. Why not just take... Yeah. Everyone can take care of it themselves. I don't know why we have to look at our door hinges. That's my thinking, too. I don't see why we need to make this whole thing official. Everyone in Tassing helps each other. As I see it, if someone notices a house in disrepair, we all pitch in to fix it. To do anything else would be unchristian. But if Paul wants to see it through, I'm happy to go along with it. Makes me feel useful, you know. Speaking of, I'd better get back to work. Nice to chat with you, Magda. See you later, York. That was a nice, enlightening conversation. Not missing a pig. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, it's like I didn't want to check my door hinges until you keep questioning me about them. Now I'm not so sure about the state of my door hinges. Well, let's go by the mill. I have some questions about your door hinge plan, Paul. Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mural coming along? Well, I think. I'm off to start the first part of the mural today. I'll paint the founding of Tassing and the Romans. Well, you won't want for any models. Tassing is littered with Roman ruins. It's almost a nuisance. I trust you'll take the council's opinions on the matter into account. Of course, Paul, the mural is for the entire town, not just me and my father. I'll listen to you, but ultimately the decision on what to paint lies with me. Couldn't decide what should be on the mural for months. I'll stick with my decisions, thanks. We'll say the second one. Of course, you are the craftsman in this endeavor. Or a craftswoman, as it were. All I ask is that you keep the Lord in mind. The mural is for Tassing, but we have others to appease as well. I'll consider the Lord. Don't worry. Sure. I understand. We'll say I understand. Yeah. How about them hinges? Thank you, Magdalene. Anyway, I'm glad that the mural is coming along well. Forgive my sudden questioning about it. Paul, I'm more worried about your sudden questioning about my door hinges. You haven't asked yet, but I know you're thinking. I've been busy preparing for the council's next meeting. I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Is the council working on something new? I didn't think council work was all that serious in such a small town. Maybe you should take some time off from the council, Paul. We'll just leave it open-ended question. We're considering yearly maintenance checks on every house in Tassing. Here come the door hinges. The idea's had quite a bit more pushback than we'd anticipated. New ideas always face some kind of opposition. I don't think you let that stop you. I can understand the utility of the proposition, but it might feel like a nuisance. I can't imagine why. I'd certainly love it if my neighbors knows their way into my house every year. You'll say that one. It's a matter of safety, Magdalene. I have to try and break into your house, and if it succeeds, your house is broken. The old widow's house was practically falling apart before she died. Yeah, but no one broke into her house. This would help protect those in Tassing who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. They can just ask other people. Widows like Agnes regret. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine that spring will come before anything is actually done. I had better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day, Magdalene. God bless you. Until later, Paul. Okay, I liked Paul. I try to save you from your dad. Wait, aw. Aw. Aw, he named his kid Andreas. It's so cute. Never. Okay, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about having his dad be killed. I don't feel bad. Hello. You can call me Magdalene, Andreas. Maglen. Magda works too. Magda. There you go. What are you up to today? Drawing. Anything interesting? WD-40 might not be invented for another 410 years. And I suppose. I mean, I honestly have never had any issues with my door hinges either, so, you know, I don't, honestly, they probably should be kept creaky and squeaky because then you know someone's breaking into your house. You know? Think about it. Anything interesting? No. Secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Okay. Have fun with your secrets. Pet the doggy. Hmm. He is very huge. Why is Magdalene like literally so much smaller than everyone else? Like this is a child and like look at our head compared to this child's head. Like, this is a child and he is farther back, like perspective wise, but yet we're so tiny compared to the little kid. I don't understand why we're so petite. Like I'd be like, oh well maybe we're like just like 12 and we're not done growing. We're still like kind of kid-like. But like, yeah, she's literally built different. Like she's like what, like 20 something? Like I don't understand why she is so tiny. Okay, we were just up at the mill. Wait, I wanted to go to the ruins. Can we not go to the ruins? I wanted to go to the ruins. Okay, well, that's fine. Down to the forest. Honey's on the breeze reminds me of this. Oh, that's nice. Let's go to the Abbey. I think maybe it's probably the sweet probably is from the windmill. Oh no, look how sad it is. Oh my goodness. Look at how burned. Oh hey Lemon Drop, hey. Welcome, welcome. I haven't seen you around in a while. Let's stop by the shrine, see how this is going. The Hand of St. Maurice, the poor Clares have taken care of it now that the Benedictines are gone. Someone's got to take care of the hand. Can't take care of itself. Okay. Oh, hello, Sister Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Sister Gertrude. Are you doing all right? Father Thomas told us about your father's attack. You were incredibly courageous to run to Dr. Stoltz so quickly, especially when the attacker could have been about. I had to do something, even if whoever attacked Dad was still there, I had to do something. I didn't even think of that. I acted on instinct. I only knew Dad needed help as soon as possible. Honestly, sister, I was terrified. I only thought of Dr. Stoltz because there's so much blood. I'll say the first one. It makes it sound cooler. You've been busy with school and celebrating your birthday with family during my last live. Ah, I see, I see. Well, that's cool, that's cool. Hopefully school's going well. The Lord was with you that night. I'm thankful you were not in harm's way. I lit an extra votive candle in St. Satia's shrine for each of you this morning. Thank you, Sister Gertrude. Dad's spirits have been up, but I know he doesn't have much time. Dad says that the pain has gone down, but Dr. Stoltz is worried about a brain hemorrhage. He hasn't been able to get up or walk around without my help. Sister Gertrude, I don't know what to do. We'll see the second one. It's kind of like the more realist option. This is kind of pessimist. This one is optimistic, but it's just very like blasé, you know, like I know he doesn't have much time, he's gonna die soon, like it's kind of weird. We'll say this one. Ooh, one more week of your humanities course. Kind of coming to an end. Yeah, I work in academia, so the year is wrapping up in various stages here too. So looking forward to summer, definitely. I might have some psyllium left in the herb hut. If you blend it with broth or warm wine, it will heat his brain and prevent infection. That sounds suspicious. Thank you, sister. I'm grateful for all the help everyone in Tassing has provided. I pray you're right. I'm trying to keep busy with the mural, but sometimes I just want to cry. It's just not fair. Why would God let this happen? I feel so helpless. We'll say the first one. The other two are like, I don't know why Magdalene would all of a sudden just like open up. Like she's pretty tough, pretty spunky. And I don't know why. Like, I mean, maybe that like talking to Sister Gertrude, just like, you know, she's a very empathetic person. But she's got a bug on her. It's kind of creeping me out. But I think we'll go with the first one. I don't really want to be like, this is where Magdalene breaks down and like has a therapy session. We'll play it tough. Oh, it disconnected me from my chat again. Oh, that's fine. I'm back now. The church is body of Christ, Magdalene. We are all one community and want to help Klaus before his time. God will turn this for good, no matter what things look like now. He sees beyond time itself, but we are constricted by the present. I have been around long enough to see his fruits even when I thought the devil had burned the fields. Keep faith, Magdalene. Thank you, sister. Your words warm my heart. I'll do my best. I just wish it never happened. We'll say thank you. God bless you, sister. God bless you, Magdalene. Okay. That's nice. Where were those herbs you were going to give me? What happened to that? Oh, look. Son of Mousefonger. Mousefonger was my favorite. And now I can pet Son of Mousefonger. And Son of Mousefonger. Is that who that is? That doesn't even really look like a cat. It looks like a fake cat. Can I just grab this stuff for myself? No. That's not a real cat. It's like a rat who is pretending to be a cat. I am sorry. Okay. This has been a fun voyage. I mean, do we want to talk to her? Sure, why not? Oh, hello, Magda. You wouldn't happen to be going to the convent? Wasn't planning to know, perhaps later. What brings you here? Yeah, sure. I mean, I already went, but... I don't know if I should talk about this. I'm, thinking about joining the Poor Clares. It's a nice idea. Why on earth would you want to do that? Never expected Martha to be my sister. She's always been so timid. This would be a good choice for her. Perhaps I should encourage her. Doing such a dramatic change might be too much for her. Maybe I should talk her out of it. I don't know. I'll say talk her out of it, maybe. Because I don't want to join, so. Carl needs help around the house, and she can still marry into a good family. Still, is it really my place to tell her what to do? Why on earth would you want to do that? Be honest. What do I have to look forward to? With Dad's injury and Mia wed at 25? Older than all the boys in town. If they don't see me as a sister, they see me as a mom. And when Dad dies, not anytime soon, God willing, I won't be able to claim the farm. I'll lose my home. With Anton gone, there's nobody to take it over. You can still get married before the time comes. I understand times are rough, but are you sure this would really make you happy? That's unfair. You should be able to inherit the property. What is the second one? Will that actually make you happy? It would bring me closer to the Lord. Shouldn't we all want that? Why not withdraw from the trials of the world? You know as well as I, it's not safe out there. Do us more, you need to be more ambitious. Maybe you're right. I thought about joining the order myself. No. I don't know what to say. I suppose you should follow your heart. Hiding away behind walls doesn't seem like the right way to live. I feel like this is a good Magdalene answer. Let's say that one. Yet many do, and they seem happy with their choice. But joining the Poor Clares is a lifelong commitment. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Especially a 1970s anime character. She kind of does. It's definitely very different. Like, the eyes are completely different from Magdalene's, and the nose. The nose is, I think, what the eyes. Oh, I don't know. The eyes and the nose, I suppose. I don't think you should join the order. Yeah, I don't think you should. Well, too bad. You can't just throw your life away over one bad day. But I wouldn't be throwing my life away, Magdalene. Paul wrote that there is no greater reward than living for Christ. I want to live a life with meaning, and I've always admired the sister's dedication. Besides, if I join the order, Dad won't have to worry about what happens to me. I'll pray about it, but I think it's time I talk to Mother Francisca and the others. So I will gather my courage, what little of it I have. If you think that's best, just be sensible, Martha. I will. Until later, be well. Okay. I mean, whatever. I'm not really invested in your character, so do what you want. I wanted to go snooping. Won't let me snoop anywhere. It's like everyone's door hinges are functioning properly or something. Okay. Go down in the forest again. This is just over to the Druckers. Trying to St. Satya. Oh, this is where Artemis is. Hey, Magdalene. Hey, Artemis. Apollo said you're catching frogs. Yeah, what about it? He told me to come ask you why. He wouldn't say anything. Where's the lady of the Alps? He didn't tell you? Christ, finally. He's learned to keep his mouth shut. Aw, come on, just tell me. No way. This is our biggest trick yet. We're not risking it to tell you. You'll have to wait and see. Excuse me. Fine. Screw you. Red-headed twins. You're not Fred and George. And who do you think you are? Hi, pig. Let's go over here ourselves. Oh, can't even really read the grave anymore? Let's look at the shaft. Don't fall in. If I want to depict the mural as accurately as possible, I have to go down the shaft myself. The entrance is so steep, no one's used it in years. There must be some way to get down there. I could probably climb down even though it looks dangerous. I rigged a rope to the top beams. I'd be able to get down more easily. Baltus might have some tools. I'll bet he could help me rig a way to climb down there. They're bragging about how they sneak in the ruins. Maybe I can ask them how to do it. I want to ask them. That was kind of my whole plan. I'll have to come back later. Okay. Okay, fine. Let me talk to you about your frogs. You need to take a break from the frogs. I need to get into this mine, guys. But, like, I'm kind of mad at them, because, like, they're not talking about their frogs. Okay, so Apollo can't keep his mouth shut, so we just need to pry a little bit more to hear about the frogs, maybe. Because I just want in on it. Whatever it is, it looks fun, and I want in on it. Oh, hey Magdalene, what's up? Can you show me how you and Artemis get into the salt mine? The mine? Why? It's all gross and creepy. I need to get down there and see what the pagans and Romans left behind. I need references for my mural. Oh, the mural? I would ask Artemis about that. She's pretty protective of the mine. Alright, I'll go find her. Sorry, Magdalene. If she says yes, I'll show you later. I'll see you later then, Apollo. See you, Magdalene. Alright, can see who's in charge of this duo. Artemis, I need to get into the mine. Oh, hey, Magdalene. Do you need something? I'm a little busy right now. I need you to show me how to get down the mine. The mine? Damn, Magda, why do you need to get down there? I want to see what our forefathers and the Romans left behind. It's for the mural. The mural? You want to use our secret hideout for your mural? I want to see if they left anything down there I could use as a reference or your secret hideout, but everyone knows you two hide it down there. We'll just say the first one. You're really into that whole Rothouse project, aren't you? Why should I show you how to get in? I'm helping my dad. Gosh. Please, Artemis, I won't go in ever again. I just need your help this once. Because we're friends. I feel like I have to push the friendship one. Just because it's power friendship, man. You told my mother when I cut my hair, so I didn't have to wear braids 5 years ago. I still hold that grudge. Look, I'll show you how to get into the mine on one condition. You help Apollo and me with our next prank. No telling, no stitching, no questions asked. Fine, tell me what you're up to. That's what I've wanted to know this whole time. Father Thomas has been droning on and on about the plagues of Egypt, right? Apollo and I are collecting frogs to hide in the tabernacle. When Father Thomas opens it on Sunday, frogs will go everywhere. Hi, can't wait to see Father Thomas's face if you get away with it. Why in the world would you want to do that? That seems like a really bad idea. You've already been to confession this year. We'll just say why in the world do you want to do that? Father Thomas keeps saying Apollo and I are on the path of the rebellious Egyptians with frogs and locusts. We're gonna prove him right and summon a bunch of frogs en masse. So what do you want me to do? We stole the tabernacle key, but we need to put it back before he notices. You want me to put the key back? Precisely. Look, we stole the key early to make sure it was the right one. We'll steal it again once we actually stuff the frogs in there, but in the meantime, it needs to go back. I need you to replace the key on the altar in the church. Apollo and I would attract too much attention, but you're the town's goody-goody. Which is why I'm taking absolutely no part in this. I'm not that bad, am I? Or am not. I'm just a better sneak than you. Well, I'll say that one. That's bullshit and you know it. Anyway, will you do it? I'll get you into the mine if you do. Alright. Perfect. Good luck, Magdalene. Let me know when it's done. Okay. Just checking to make sure. What I need to do is put the key in. Okay, yeah, so I just need to go to the church and put the key back. No problem. Finally, something to do in that church. I've been walking in there all the time. This was probably the dumb way to go. That's fine. Uh-oh. Little Don't Be Suspicious song. Do. Mary, Mother of Jesus, your painting has been here as long as I can remember. No one has anything interesting to say about that. Alright, looks like the church is empty. I can leave the key on the pulpit where Father Thomas is sure to find it. Okay. There. Better get out of here before Father Thomas comes back. I'll let Artemis know I returned the key too. Okay. different direction. No, I can't get to the forest from this way, can I? Fine, we'll walk past him. Tell Pfeiffer. Yeah. All the people. I always feel like you should be able to get to the forest from there. Okay, well, we'll just walk on past. It's fine. Don't worry, I'm just going into the forest, Father Thomas. Don't worry about it. I'm always in the forest. It's fine. Hey, I helped you guys out. You're welcome. I'm gonna talk to your sister because you are useless. Hey, Max, how's your errand going? I did it. I left the key where Father Thomas would find it. Brilliant. Alright, as promised, Paulo and I will show you how to get into the mine. Come on, follow me. I like his jaunty pose. Are you sure you want to do this, Magdalene? There's some creepy things down there. Who knows how many people have died in these mines? Right. It's probably haunted. You should back out now. While you still can. You two don't scare me. I'm going down there. I'd like to honestly, but I don't want to always grow up. I'll say you two don't scare me. Alright, but you can't blame us if a ghost gets you. You were warned. Anyway. It's not that bad, as long as you know where you put your feet. We do it all the time. Come on, let's get on with it. I don't want to get in trouble again. Fine, fine. Start with your feet on the inner ledge, Magdalene. And then look for ledges that look like shelves. Alright, here goes. Don't forget to move your hands down before your feet so you don't slip. Hike your skirt a little so you don't get it caught too. It's easier that way. Wait, the missing rung. Oh, right, there's a missing rung near the bottom. Watch your step or you'll fall. Uh-huh, like this idiot. Why'd you have to say that? Why do you always have to embarrass me? Alright, I got it, thanks. Ooh, spooky. Here we go. Sneaking down. Why did we need help with this? This is literally just climbing down. What good did it do to ask them for help? I didn't even need your help. Losers. I did it. I'm at the bottom. Good job, Magdalene. Good luck doing whatever you're doing down there. Hope you don't die, Magdalene. Climbing out might be trickier. Oh well, time to take a look around. Okay. Here goes. Salvation for frogs. Before you climb. Okay. Oh. It's done with? That was... Is this the one I'm working on? What even am I... Okay, I'm working on this one. Got it. I like doing it with the twins though. I'm trying to be social. We also could have just you know, climbed down. Like it was literally just like basically a ladder down one way or the other, like whether built in or an actual ladder. I don't understand why it was that complicated. There are a lot of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is a saint's well. There are always coins in stuff like this. Oh, a tablet. They're still writing on it. It says, Apollo is a loser. Oh, it's a poem. I think it's a love note. that's cute. A rising passion. Poor Jay. I hope her lover was better at things other than poetry. Ugh, I would have chucked this shit down in my chapter. We'll say this second one, this third one here. Hope her lover was better at something other than poetry. Oh, this looks like a larger version of some of Baltus's contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of hauling and pulley system. Fascinating. I'll just be sure to put that in my picture, my mural. Now that I'm down here, wasn't fast enough to read the text. Oh, bones, they're far too big to be human. That's what must have scared Apollo so much. Let's go in the cave. So many things to click on. Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Oh wait, these are cute. Oh, these must be the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think that there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in fields and caves like this. I'm not going to take those. Yet another piece, a pottery piece. Okay. Look at me doing archaeology. Poorly. Oh, another piece. She doesn't have the clutch to mount the ladder at the bottom of the shaft. It looks like she should be able to do it. That's what I'm gonna say. Hey, this piece looks like it matches the other piece I found. Oh, another shard. There's a Latin inscription here. Tassia, give me water, or Pluto preserve me. This salt is drying me to death. Yikes, doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. Yeah. Probably not. Let's look at some more pictures. Ooh, music. Oh, this looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. Well, I don't need... if that's spoilers, again, I don't need spoilers. So, well, I'm playing the game as I come to it, so... because I'm playing the game in character, right? It's not like, what is the smartest choice to go down to the mine? It is, what do I want Magdalene to do? And, like, she had been talking to Apollo and Artemis. She was prompted by the Apollo and Artemis thing from Smokey. I had talked to him last. It made the most sense for her to talk to them and do it that way. So, that's the way we did it, regardless of if it's smart or not. I'm not trying to, like... I'm not playing this as a skill-based game. I'm playing this as an RPG. There's the aqueduct in the spring. The abbey was old fort... was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of the town. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. Mithraeum? I don't recognize that word from any of my books. Have you read that much Latin, but you've never heard of a Mithraeum? I can't quite tell what it's meant to label on the map. Maybe some sort of temple? What do you mean? What's weird about a Mithraeum? Well, whatever it is, it's not in Tassing now. That's so odd. Why? The cult of Mithras was really widespread across the Roman Empire. I mean, most Roman provincial towns would have a Mithraeum. That's not that weird. Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. I mean, it's graffiti more than inscriptions, but sure. I mean, it technically is inscriptions, but like, of course it's not. It's not very fancy looking. Lytus's soul ascended in the Mithraeum. My soul will descend in this damn hall of salt. Christ, that's rough. Mithraeum, like a temple to Mithras? Yeah, that's your point. I don't understand why that's a big deal. Here's another piece. This almost looks like an altar, but what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. I think it's a statue of Mithras. He's usually depicted with a dagger and torch. It's less detailed than I expected. How does she know the iconography for Mithras, but she's never heard of a Mithraeum? The characterization is all over the place. I guess she only has the book she has access to, I suppose. Another piece. I wonder if they're all the same pot. Probably not. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we will make our own altar to the gods. There's that word again, Mithraeum. It must have been an important place for the Romans. It's just, I don't know why she doesn't know it. I mean, she's read books in Latin. Like, that's how she knows about Mithras. So, like, I don't understand. So she doesn't need German books. She just needs she knows Latin. This pottery is scattered everywhere. Hmm. Another shard. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. The thing is, this is gonna bug me because they're probably all from the same pot, which is absolutely horrible. They're not from the same pot at all. They're each from a different pot. This is, oh, I hate this so much. I hate this. This is so stupid. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put these places until I have a better idea. Um. Oh, this one goes. We'll say here for now. It's gone. Go away. Nope. Nope, he doesn't. Oh, he's this guy. Go on my way. I don't know. Go away. Nope, you're not that guy either. Okay, this piece is not movable, so that's a good starting point. Okay. Let's see here. I'll see you. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Um, Is this guy's arm? Nope. Well, I guess we'll start with the pieces we have a better idea of. Take this line going up here. Going down here. Going here. Good way. This buddy goes here. Oh, is he holding his dagger? Oh, he is. Okay, I see. Where does this piece even go? Oh, forgot this piece was in. Hold on. This is annoying. Okay. Oh, okay. You can just switch them. Okay. Um. No. This one goes in here. There we go. Oh, coin. Okay. I'm so mad that this is all from the same pot. I'm like so annoyed that this is all from the same piece. It also it, so one, why would the pieces all be scattered like that? Two, there would be so much more pottery that it seems so silly that every time she finds a shard in a spot, they're related to each other. That it's so bad. Got it. The figures on this pot lid look like they're telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see. This must be Percha, and those must be forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Percha. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. These look like spirits. They must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep Tassing safe. They offered sacrifices to Percha. Hmm. It's true after generations of flooding. Maybe, but there's more than one pot in any location. Is my thing. And there's not a lot of flood damage in this mine. Like those figurines were still chilling. Um, and again, there would be so much pottery that you wouldn't see these, and for them to all be on the surface is also really very unusual. Like each section she went in would be an entirely different excavation. Like you wouldn't archaeologists wouldn't excavate this entire mine in one go. Like they'd spend like 5 years in like the first cave. So like yeah, I mean maybe that's why archaeologists don't piece all the pots together, I guess, but it's still usually the flooding would there would be collapses that would cover some of these and they would be buried in their original locations. Um, like for them to flood kind of suggests that the flooding happened very early after these shards were deposited. It's just very weird. And it's very weird for there to be not a ton of other pottery. So for her to like just pick up all her pieces and fit them all together is baffling. It's just not how it would work. I think that answers made this, and I'm holding it now. Maybe this is what I could paint in the mural. It's part of our history, but I'm not sure it's the best story to portray. It's barbaric, very pagan. No, I won't. We'll do the first one. I like it. I'll have to think more about it before I decide for certain. All right, I'd better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. See, she's not thinking full picture. She's like, what should I talk about for this portion of history? But she should really think of thematic similarities. So like she should show like these people and their human sacrifice to Percha, and then like she should also show like the like monks making sacrifices or not, maybe not the monks, but like pilgrims making sacrifices, like lighting candles at the shrine of Saint Moritz or something like that. Like that would be really cool to have like sacrifices in Tassing throughout the ages. um would be really neat. um and like different sections like sacrifices or like working at the mine and then working the farms, and kind of like again that overlap of like people engaging in the same activities even though they kind of change over time. The buildings might change over time, they're still like layered one on top of each other. That'd be really cool, but she's not thinking big picture thematic, you know. All right, I'd better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. Okay. Oh, a cave-in. The wood here looks newer than the first part of the mine. Was this collapse recent? Did they rebuild the wood recently? Because the collapse, like, it The collapse was recent, but have they been rebuilding the mine? I won't be able to go any further with all the rubble. I suppose this is as far as I could go. Still, the murals on the wall showed me what Tassing was like when the Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithraeum was, or what it is. And putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest stories of Tassing. I think I've seen everything I can down here, and my oil is running out. Time to climb back out. Okay, here we go. How the 1525 peasants revolt figures and all that? I don't know. Wait, who's that? Hello, is someone there? A mysterious figure with dramatic music. I'd better get out of the shaft before another rock comes crashing down. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out of here. Well, now that I have more information, I can make some decisions on the final section of the mural. I should get back to the rot house and get to work. Okay. Time be ticking. All right. Well, I think that is where I'm going to end for today. Didn't want to stream for too long, because still got a bit ways left of this. So, I thought I might finish it, but it's a little bit too much left. So, we'll be back next Tuesday for more Pentiment. So I just gotta make sure it is saved. Menu. Yes. Okay. So that is it for today. Thank you for hanging out and for chatting and all that. And yeah, I'll be back Thursday. Not sure what I'm playing. I kind of want to get back to Paranormacite for Thursday, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But, we'll see. I might change my mind by Thursday. Today I feel like Paranormacite, so Thursday I might feel like something else, but we'll see how the intervening days go. But have a good evening, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday. See you, Phobos. Yeah, I will be back Thursday. Good stream. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.